Enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You'll never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts. Just beware of the thorns.
Hello everybody. Today is going to be a little bit different in a number of ways. I had a phone conversation with a CO from Bonne Terre. He wants to remain anonymous, which I understand. Partly because this channel is mostly ex-cons, but we're going to get to see his perspective of things. To me, he seemed like a pretty cool CO. He, as I'm doing this intro, the phone conversation is being edited because he wants his voice disguised, and so we're going to try to get this out to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. You see a perspective of prison life from a CO. Thank you for watching. Bye.
All right. Here a while back I heard about these stabbings happening in Bonne Terre, but I didn't know a whole lot about it. Somebody wanted me to do a video on it, but I didn't know a whole lot about it.
Well, I'm about as close as you can get to both of them. I was on shift, or I walked into shift during both of them. And both of them ended and started in my house. I work handshake and house music too.
Wow. I'm assuming Bonne Terre is set up pretty much like Licking is.
It's fairly similar.
Yeah.
Only, to put it in perspective, I know you got out about 6 years ago, but nowadays these COs, they don't make them like they used to. I tell you what, everyone quits.
Yeah.
Nobody with a backbone no more.
Exactly. And, and part of the problem is they're not paying you all enough. That's my personal opinion. You guys are doing a dangerous job, coming to work every day, putting your lives on the line, and they're not paying you guys enough. So my hat's off to anybody who's working in corrections and staying with it. Huh?
That means a lot to me, sir.
Well, it's true though, the thing that happened in Bonne Terre that started out with inmate on inmate and became inmate on staff, didn't it?
Was this recent?
Somebody said something about some inmates getting stabbed and then staff getting stabbed, but I don't know.
Alright, I understand. So do you want to start from the beginning, or the first stabbing and then work from there?
Yeah, wherever you,
Well, I guess it'd be easier to break down the gangs so far. We have, our prison population is around 60% black and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I already know.
Guys, they try to keep themselves quiet. Well, they mind their business until they need to put work in, and then they'll go out and force.
Right.
And we're having a family value board right now.
Oh, wow.
There's what they call old Sam, new Sam, and black Sam.
Oh, really? Wow.
Old Sam is one of the, above 40 elders, ex-Peckerwood.
Yeah, I pretty much know all of them.
And then these new guys, they're on a different path. They woke up and chose violence.
Right. See, I know the founder of the Family Values, and he formed it to help young people come into prison. It was not what it is now,
Understood.
Uh-huh.
To be honest, whenever I started, I've been working here for nearly a year. and I thought it'd be a lot different, but I have better rapport and better, day-to-day interactions with most of the black offenders we have, rather than these family values characters.
Oh yeah, the young ones nowadays, they're out of control. I mean, and I didn't know there was 3 types. I just thought there was the old family values and the young. I didn't know there was. Wow.
There's a far off group. The new fam, their prison politics are changing rapidly as far as I can tell, because these new fam guys, I don't know how it worked in the past, but the old fam guys won't take black guys into their cell and act safe. Well, these new fam guys don't care.
Right.
We have probably 3 or 4 C5 alpha offenders with black adjacent states with swastikas, everything you can imagine on them, and they will sell with these black guys.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, I got out in 2016, and so I've already been told a lot has changed since I left. You know, they took tobacco out, and
that was unfortunate.
yeah, for all sides, because I know there's some officers that smoke, and it's just a lot of them quit because of that.
I pretty much quit smoking cigs. Mostly we just do our electronic cigarettes.
Right. Do they allow that in the prisons now?
No, there's not.
No.
But our problems and these stabbings are part of the bigger problem of our stabbing issues.
Right.
There, on most nights of the week and weekends, we run an institution of over 2,900 offenders with 26 jails.
That is crazy. I was talking to, I can't remember his name, but he used to be like an assistant warden, a deputy warden or something at Algoa, and he was trying to get paid for the correctional officer. So I was talking to him, and he said Missouri is short by 800 officers.
At least.
Yeah. And
they're starting to give blue shirts to everybody now.
Right. And,
Everyone's a damn sergeant.
Right.
Experience. It pisses me off.
I bet.
We don't need more cocky blue shirts.
Right. And they're starting to hire people straight out of high school, too,
18 years old.
Yeah. And I really don't think that's a good idea.
Neither do I.
I mean, it's nothing against the 18-year-olds. I just don't think it's a good idea,
Right. Yeah, we have, and women, to be honest.
Right.
What I've seen in that thing, 2 days ago, an offender tried to place his genitals in the hands of a nurse I was escorting during the med pass.
That's just crazy. I can understand if there's a guard or a nurse or whatever that's just being a jerk or an asshole or something, but when you call something with an officer or a staff member and you started it, then you got whatever you get coming,
That's my motto.
That's the way I feel.
Now, exactly what they got coming so that I don't have problems later.
Right, exactly. When I was in prison, me and a lot of the old heads, if an officer showed us respect, we showed them respect. That's just the way it should be.
I have great, I guess you could say, acquaintances. But I've been in every house. I've worked in every house. I had 6 house, 6 house great, just the honor house down there.
Right.
And they actually closed because of our staffing issues. They closed 5 house down. It's empty.
Wow. That's just crazy.
They're mass transferring out C5s, and they're gonna open 10 house and bring in a bunch of C2s.
Wow. That's just, things have changed.
They have.
Yeah. And it makes it hard on not just the the incarcerated people, but, you know, the staff too. You know, it's just,
I feel bad for even the offenders because we don't have the staff to watch them on guard. We can't guarantee their safety anymore.
Right, exactly. You know, and
When I say there was every certain activation we've had in the past year, we pulled 6 to 8 shanks out of 5 to 4 ounces.
wow,
Every time.
that is crazy.
you know, I have some friends in Lincoln South Central Correctional Center, and they're telling me that people are stabbing one another over the phones now.
And
Do you have, did you know of a gentleman's name, his nickname was Gizmo?
yeah,
Gizmo was one of my good friends. He had good offenders in 7 now. He would only cuff up.
Me.
Yeah.
He would tell every damn loser that came up to himself, get the fuck out.
Right.
Talk to me.
Right. He's always been that way.
I like him a lot, and he could sing too.
Yes, he can.
I miss that character.
No, I told him once. I said, "Why do you do this, man?" I said, "You know, they're going to cuff you anyway. One way or another, they're going to cuff you." He goes, "Yeah, I mean, I'm going to make them do it."
Exactly. He was so fun. He was fun.
Actually, Gizmo and I met Gizmo. I came in and I was in a bad mood because I was the only wing officer in 7 house. And he's bitching about the mail or something.
right.
And he's yelling at me. He's the only guy in the cell. And the top walks is alpha. And I look up at him and I yell, "What the fuck do you want? You want PC or something?" And then he goes, he blows the hell up. And I ended up going up there and we apologized to each other. And, you know, he gets an extra
Every once in a while.
Right, right.
That's a cool dude.
Yeah, he is. You know, and I don't know why he does things like that, but it's always funny. But you know, it always ends with him going through the hole. You know.
I hope he's doing better wherever he's at now.
I don't know what.
SCCC, yeah, that's he may be there. Yeah, I don't know. I can find out, but I also heard they're going to come out giving them new tablets that have phone apps on them, so they don't have to.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
It's expensive for the offenders to use in the cell, but I have a feeling it's going to end up being lackluster, to say the least.
Yeah,
We're being traded tablets now.
right.
Just late.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised somebody hasn't hacked into one of them or did something. You know.
At some point, I'm pretty damn sure they can listen to our radios.
Oh, yeah.
I had an offender that would tell me whenever a fight went down on the opposite side of the camp, and he had no idea.
Yeah, he wasn't nowhere near a radio or anything. Right. Yeah. Yeah, there's got to be, you know, because you got people in there that's they're real good with that computer stuff, you know. And
It's a talent I don't possess.
me neither. You know, I'm
That's
just,
why I work at sick.
yeah. I have no clue about any of that stuff. I mean, I picked up a little bit after I got out, but there's guys that are really smart. There's kids that are smarter at that stuff than I am.
Oh, I feel you though.
Yeah. But, you know, it's great talking to you, and especially, huh?
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. I do, actually. I've always wondered, and I never got a chance to ask a correctional officer because, you know, they can't talk about their private lives, you know.
Understood.
I've always wondered how the families of correctional officers feel. You know, if they're worried, you know.
Yes, my mom, she gets scared every time I say, yeah, I'm going back to the hole. And I had to give her a call last night. Yeah, I'm not going to be home until about 8 o'clock. I had a big divorce with a dude in D-Wing.
Right.
Yeah, I always wondered about that, you know, because, you know, people don't, just like people don't think about their loved ones and people who are incarcerated, people don't think about the loved ones of staff going to work either, you know.
The worst thing that I can tell you is that they will not let us wear status vests under our uniform.
I thought that was mandatory.
No.
They denied us access to do that, and that's, I believe, why they closed down Five House, because no officers wanted to go in there with so many shanks and no protection, other than a can of spray.
Right, yeah. Well, they got this, you know, it got to where, because I've been in chow halls where people got maced and in gyms and stuff where people got maced.
It's awful.
But they got this new stuff right before I got out. It's like a fog.
Yeah, I can take you through the whole thing.
That stuff will, oh man, I can't take that stuff.
Emergency support continuum is very, very good. It's less of a ladder now and more of a weapons wheel.
Right.
We decide what to do per situation.
Right.
Last year, around November, a gentleman in Five House went a little crazy on Deuce. And he kicked his celly's ass, threw him out of the cell, slammed his door, got naked, broke 2 lamps and said, "Bring the team."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's a character, I'll tell you that.
But you know, everybody always thinks the firefighters, the policemen, and the veterans and stuff. But for a long time, I wondered why nobody ever thanked correctional officers, or I've never heard of it, you know. And that's because if you guys get home, you're in regular uniform. A lot of times, cops are stealing, you know, they're running around stealing their uniforms, you know.
Right.
But
I
I
don't,
get looks all the time, and they ask me where I work, and I tell them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you stay safe up there."
right, exactly.
Safer if you put on uniform and come help.
you know, I'm one of those people. You know, I don't know if you know this guy. He's got a YouTube channel called Tear Talk. He's a correctional officer, and
Yes, I'm subscribed to him.
huh?
I'm subscribed to him.
Yeah, I am too. And he says, "Hey man, I need to interview you sometime." I said, "Look, that might not be a good idea." And I said, "For either of our channel." He goes, "Oh, people on my channel won't care, you know." And I said, "Well, I won't pull no punches." I said, there's several different types of officers. There's good officers. There's once in a while you have those that are assholes. I said, you got the corrupt ones that bring in stuff. I
We
said,
have a lot of those.
yeah, I said,
I don't know how the hell they're getting it in, but they are.
right. I said, you got those who, if they see mistreatment of another inmate, will just stand by and not do anything because they feel they can't. And I said, I understand that. I said, you don't want me talking about all this on your show.
Well,
I'm gonna look at my notes a little bit. Oh, so you've been to the hole a few times, right?
Oh, yeah, a few more than a few.
What was your policy on cellies in the hole?
I didn't care as long as they respected me.
Yeah.
I've always been a little interested in the dynamics after the POs walk away. We just put a new guy in the cell.
Oh, they put
I know what happens.
the only thing is if they put somebody that had a sex case in, I couldn't sell with them, and I told them that in population, you don't put somebody with a sex case in my cell, and
Right.
especially those against kids, you know, and so they pretty much never did, but once in a while, I think one time I got a cellie in, I didn't know what he was talking about. He goes, "Hey, Sally," he goes, "you might want to turn your head. I'm going to gun this nurse." I didn't know what he was talking about. I said, "What do you mean gun that nurse?"
Oh, what a fucking dick.
Yeah. And so he told me what he meant, and I said, "Not while I'm in here, you're not."
I'm not gonna fucking do that.
Right. Not while I'm in here, you're not. And so he said, "Well, we can't sell together." So he was trying to get to a different wing anyway. So he tells the white shirt, he says, I got to get out of this cell. And the white shirt says, why? He goes, I fear for my life. And the white shirt looked at him and says, really? He goes, I know you're just trying to get to another wing. He goes, you're actually fearful for your life with Seidel. He said he's one of the easiest going people you'll ever be in a cell with. He, don't feed me bullshit. Just tell me you want to go to another wing. You know?
I wish they could have enough.
But yeah, as long as you respected me and you didn't have a sex, I didn't care who they put in the cell. You know.
Yeah,
I mean, I always tried to sell like in proper. Huh?
You ever seen a movement team?
A movement team,
Yeah.
like an e-sport.
Squad?
no, that's the third activate.
Right.
A movement team is where we get up in the right and we got to go in on the
Oh yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, yeah, you have to extract them from the cell.
yes, because they won't cuff up or they
Right.
want food for it.
Now, I agree.
Yeah, have you ever taken your food for it?
No, never have. I never felt a reason to. You know.
They do it for fun down here.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But I have a guy I grew up with. He became a correctional officer in South Central Correctional Center, and he quit. And he subscribed to my channel, and he told me, he goes, have you ever noticed an extraction team when they go in, the cameraman's always in back? And I said, well, yeah. He goes, you know, that cameraman can't see everything.
There's a reason for that. The job of the cameraman is to focus on the sergeant's ass.
Right, right. And I said, well, you know, I ain't expecting the cameraman to be the first one to go in, you know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, my day-to-day basis is to get in and see what the hell's going on. I work night shift.
Right.
Is
12 hours.
isn't that kind of a boring shift?
No, it's the most popular shift to do some shit on.
Oh, is it really?
Absolutely. That's whenever you're going to get showers.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They do showers at night. Yeah.
Showers at night. You're going to go to the red cage.
Right.
You're getting cell clean.
Yeah, you're
And
Ramadan's coming up. I'm not excited about that.
Right.
But yeah, that's I never thought about that. You know, I always thought about the night shift being boring. You know, and nobody. But you're right. They got a shower every 3 days, I believe it is.
Yeah.
It's not, most defenders take bird baths.
that's
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah, I did too. 'Cause I worked out in the cell and stuff when I was in the hole. You know, so I would take bird baths. But I would go to the shower too to not only take a shower, but to, you know, sometimes you can talk to people. You know.
Oh, speaking of, they're so loud.
Oh, yeah, no.
Stand my swear in my right ear because that's how I'm escorting them.
Right. I know. And you know, here's the thing. When I was in Farmington, and I was in the hole in Farmington, I'd hear these guys saying, yelling across the wing to one another, hey, do you got some tea? Now there's 50 cells. There's 50 cells. No, there's 50 inmates in 25 cells. So there's no number higher than 25. And they say, yeah, what cell are you in? I'm in 52. What they do, they just turn the number around. You don't think the officers can't figure that shit out? You know?
No, they don't hide it here. They just say, what cell you in?
214.
Right. You know, I need some sunshine, you know, for when they want a light.
What was, did you experience Cadillac culture in there?
Yeah.
You know, you got to send a line to your buddy across the window.
Yeah. There's some, I was never very good at it, but there's some people that are amazing at it.
Well, my policy is I'll let it stand if it doesn't hit me in the damn head.
Right.
That's where I draw the line.
Right.
Snacks a hat off the top of my head.
Right. Well, you know, I've seen them like shoot down from the top walk to the bottom walk, and the guy on the other side of fish it up, and I'm thinking, how do they do this? You know, there's got to be people.
Complicated business.
Yeah. I'm lucky to go next door. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I try to tell you what the most annoying part of these damn Cadillacs is whenever they get them stuck, or their Cadillac is stuck to the suicide cells.
Right.
And then in the suicide cells, they're trying to cover up their window. That's their goal.
Right.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, they cover it up with anything they can, wet toilet paper or anything.
Yep.
Even feces. You know?
We have some very high mental health level offenders too.
Yeah. And that happens more than people realize. There's more of those in there than people realize there is. You know, I've seen normal people. Like when I was at the Walls, there was this guy. He was normal. I mean, nothing happened to him, but we get transferred to Farmington. And Farmington is where he was from. And he would go out and sit by the fence every day and just look out past the fence every day. That's what he did anytime he was out. And he just went crazy, you know?
Right.
And it happens to a lot. Some people just can't take it, you know?
I understand that. I do. But, to be honest, the jobs that I would do if I were in the opposite shoes, see, I became a CO because I had a bad upbringing. I was in juvie.
Right.
And I said to myself, I need to get my shit together.
Right.
Or I was going to end up in orange.
Right.
So I put on a black shirt. And I decided to go to prison.
Whenever I was 19 years old.
But, you know, at least you went to prison on the other side, you know? That.
Yes, sir.
But-
And there's just so much so much goes on you don't think about in opposite corners of camp at any time.
Oh, yeah. You know, I seen something happen at Licking, and I don't even know why they had this guy there, but there was a guy there that had raped this guy's sister, and the guy was in the same prison.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So he knew a lot of people and got along with a lot of people. He had them cause a commotion down by Six House. There's two yards, you know, and so I think it was Six House and 3 House that was out, or maybe it was 5 House. Anyway, he had them cause a commotion down there. You know, it was like a big fight broke out.
Right.
But I think it was just a fake fight. And, yeah, so when all the guards went running down that way, he started stabbing this guy on the yard at the other end. And I never saw him, either one of them again. But, yeah, it was, he used that, you know, he lured him away, had his friends lure him away while he did this, you know.
Right. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You said, I was watching your videos, and you said you caught a 3.1 in Farmington?
A 3.1, yeah, a dangerous contraband, yeah.
Yeah, what was that? What was the item?
Some guy had put a razor blade on a toothbrush and put it in this guy's cell. And when he went out there and told him, he goes, this guy's got a knife. Well, they shook him down and found it, but they also reviewed the camera and knew that he'd done it, right? Oh, no, he sent a kite in through the bubble.
Right.
And so they got to question him, and they said, well, Seidel had something to do with it. You know, he made it for us, which I didn't. And I gave him a razor. He came by and asked for a razor, and I gave him a razor. I didn't know he was going to do that. Right. And
Yep.
so he and I both ended up getting a number 3 and getting sent out to Potosi. But yeah, and that major, because I'd beat up a cellie of mine before that had a sex case, and they couldn't prove it. But he told me, he goes, I'm going to get you and your cronies. And so when I was in the hole, he comes down there and he goes, he said, I told you we'd get you. It was only a matter of time. And I said, so are you trying to tell me that you had this guy do this to set me up? And he goes, no, I had nothing to do with it. He goes, this is just a matter of time for you to fuck up, you know? And he says, I'm slowly but surely going to get your friends too. And I said, you know what? I don't even want to be in this camp, you know? He goes, well, have fun in Potosi. And I said, well, have fun here with all these sex offenders.
Yeah. That was in Farmington. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was blown down those police too.
Yeah.
For real.
But back then, in the 90s, A side was regular people and B side was all sex offenders. But every once in a while, they'd have sex offenders on A side, you know, that just waiting to go over to that side, you know.
Yeah.
And,
You guys have the SNU unit back there?
Yeah. We didn't have it at MSP, but all the other ones had, you said SHU or SNU?
The SNU unit.
Yeah.
SNU.
Yeah, I don't think they had it in Farmington. They had Nine House, which was for those on medication and stuff. And I can't remember what they called it, but yeah, I think all the prisons now have a SNU unit somewhere.
We don't.
Oh, you don't?
BC does not.
I know. In Licking they made half of the hole into PC, and did they do that in Bonne Terre?
That's going to be your one house. One house is where we put your general population protected custody wing. That's going to be an A wing.
right.
Bravo wing in one house is going to be your AdSec PC and also very high mental health level. That's where you probably go. And then Charlie wing is your phase 3 when you come out of the hole.
Right.
And then Delta wing is empty right now. That's probably going to end up being another phase 3 so we can get some more beds and AdSec too.
You guys do the wings just like Farmington Alpha bed.
Bravo, Charlie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
The wings are set up a bit different. Whenever you enter a housing unit, it's going to be on the left or right side, and the middle door is the bubble.
Right.
And on the left is your Alpha Bravo. And it's a triangle wing, double stack, and it basically looks like a big star with a bubble in the middle. Two wings.
Yeah. If you look down at it from the top, it looks kind of like a star or an X or something.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of our wing doors have broken windows and big cracks straight through them.
Right.
The bubbles all messed up.
Wow.
Had to plaster over them.
Right.
We had a two-house riot last December, I think the 27th or so. I wasn't there for that, but my buddy was, and he went through the whole thing, and they had to pull people from one house to go down there. We had 3 lieutenants down there, and their bright idea was to pick up the shit stirrers that they had put on the bench going suicidal and riling up the wing. And instead of keeping them in the wing, the blue shirts decided to pick them up and bring them to every other wing, so that every other wing is pissed off, and they're all riding.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Hey.
they wasn't the brightest idea.
Right.
I can't exactly tell blue shirt no.
Right. But hey, you know, there's something I've always wondered about, and I haven't seen this in all the holes I've been in, but I've seen in some, the bubble be covered with like cellophane or like aluminum foil or something, you know, you really can't see, you know.
Oh, no. Our windows aren't tatted out. They can make eye contact with us from the top wall.
But have you ever seen that?
Yes. Actually, I have. I went to Farmington for National Day, and I was there with one of my sergeants who wanted me to go along. I went with him there, and I don't know. I guess you'd say the windows were dirty, but there was no apparatus like that.
Oh,
I think it's only in Licking I seen it one time, and I didn't only saw it one time that I was down there. The other times I don't know, I didn't see it. And Potosi, they ended up putting it up there, but and they said something about they didn't want people that were bringing the food carts over to be looking at the monitors.
yeah.
That doesn't matter at all. The only thing you're going to see is some grainy footage of some suicide cells. It's not the funnest thing in the world, but I've seen some crazy stuff happening in suicide cells. They call that negative brain.
Right. You know what I think would have to be a boring thing to do is, and probably nasty thing to do is when you're you know, you think somebody has drugs on them, you put them in a room, or
Oh, that's a dry cell.
yeah, a dry cell. That's what I was trying to think of. And you guys sit there and watching, you know.
Yep. And it's the worst.
Yeah, I bet.
In our place, when we put somebody in the dry cell, we put a type of restraint on them. They're cuffed in front, but they have basically a heavy padded frontward jacket.
Right.
And they have big balls of like red cloth around them, and they can't touch their eyes, mouth, and nose. And we give them verbal directives to quit, and if they don't comply, to quit touching their mouth, and they notify us if they have to use the restroom. And if we don't, we have to give them verbal directives and then use OC pepper spray.
Right. Yeah. I watched this one show where this guy was just sitting there waiting for this guy to go, and I mean, this guy held it for a long, long time.
The longest we had was like a week.
Wow. Woo. I can't imagine.
Yeah, we had that. We would get calls from our house units and the yard sergeant would come down and take our post while we went up and watched this guy in the dry cell for a couple hours. That was the worst.
That's,
It has to be. I mean, I just can't imagine it. And I can't imagine somebody holding that for a week either. You know?
He went to the bathroom. I think what he did was he swallowed it before the COs got a hold of him.
Oh.
It ended up being like it was a balloon of some kind.
Right.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot. You know, right after they took tobacco out, I heard about an officer getting caught in Mulberry for bringing tobacco in, and they said the reason he was bringing tobacco in was he ain't gonna get in as much trouble as if he's bringing drugs in.
That's true, but he will still be fired.
right, I bet, yeah.
He just won't receive an E-class felony.
Right.
I've been offered ridiculous things. Fortunately, we have a gentleman, you might have heard of him. He goes by the name of L.A.
L.A. Yeah, I know it. L.A. He's a black guy, isn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
His last name is Grissom.
I don't know about his wife. I do remember in L.A.
He's a good old boy.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's going to get out in like 9 months. He went down for murder in the second and armed criminal action. And he's got a fall guy in the back. I talked to Grissom for a long time. He's got a fall guy on the outside going to take his case for him.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
He's going to end up getting out.
That's good. That's great. But, hey, if you know any other officers or anything that wants to talk to me, send them my way.
To be honest, the only reason I found you was because I was scrolling around on YouTube.
That's what I do.
Yeah. I got on shift, picked up a phone, and I was like, oh, wow. I'll talk to this fun character.
Right. Yeah, yeah, you ought to check out some of the videos.
So, do you know a guy named Levi Green?
Levi Green. That name sounds familiar, but I can't really place him.
Levi Green, he was a serial killer in the 2000s. Well, I guess you could call him a spree killer. He killed 2 families, and he's in the hole now.
Oh, wow.
He's a pretty quiet fella. He's got a Netflix documentary on.
And what's it called?
It's like, I don't remember. You could just look it up on
All right.
You just put in Levi Green.
Levi Green.
You up there.
Yeah, I definitely would do that. Man, I know the name. I just don't. I ain't placing it.
Do you know of an offender named Dengeron Jolly?
No, I don't think I do.
Dengeron Jolly is possibly our biggest, I guess you could say problem child. He takes his food board weekly. He gets bored.
Wow.
He demands crazy things.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people, they just get bored and they want to do something to pass the time, But no,
It's not fun to ride the bench and eventually end up in a suicide cell. Man, I think
The funniest thing that I ever seen was this big black guy. I can't remember his name. He came in for a fight in Five House about a month or so ago, and we put him on the bench, and we found his co-accomplice a cell pretty quick, but he was hard to find one for because he had a laundry list of enemies. So we put him in C-Wing where our suicide cells is, and he saw that one was open. He looked up to the white shirt and said, listen, I'm not going to
ride this bench for another 30 minutes. Go to the suicide cell. It's Monday. I'll be out in an hour.
That's crazy. Yeah, I see people do crazy, or seen people do crazy things in the hole, and like refusing a cellie, like their cellie will get out and they'll say, I ain't taking another cellie, and I'm thinking, why? They're just going to mace you. And
We're going to take yourself.
Right.
One of the crummiest things I might have done was we did rec and CD side. We took them all out to the rec cages, and whenever we had this guy cuffed up, he wanted to go back in. He checked out his cellie. He wouldn't let his cellie back in from rec.
Right.
Then we had showers the same night. Well, that fella wanted to take a shower. So I left him
in the shower cage for about another 30 minutes.
we put the guy who needed in that cell in there.
Well, when I was in Farmington, and an ad said, they come by and say, you want rec? And they usually put you and your cellie, if you both want rec, they put you in the same cage,
Right.
And so we had tobacco in there, and my cellie says, we're going to have to take turns going to rec. And he goes, you can go this time and I'll stay. He goes, because if we both go out, they're going to shake our cell down.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Yep.
And so we took turns.
Next time he went out and I stayed in, but it was true. If both cellies went out, they'd shake that cell down. Right. That's the way it is in licking. I don't know about ADSED, but in general population, the day shift and the evening shift has got to search your cell at least once a month.
Yep.
And that's just the procedure shakedowns. If the the ones they do every month, if they think you have something, they can do it anytime they want, you know, or how many times.
Something like right.
Right, yeah.
You have to go pay.
But we used to, like, some guard we was cool with, you know, come by. We knew they wasn't going to tear up the cell. Hey, we haven't been...
Search our cell, get us off the list.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
That's what we do.
Mom, I would go.
My porter in his house, and I would just give him a cell for a minute while he was in there. I was like, hey, what's going on? He would talk about he had this football jersey because he was in an honor house.
Right.
He was so proud of it, he wouldn't even wear it. It was up on the wall.
Right.
And we had a CERT activation.
And you know how third is.
Right.
So you got to cup up, stay next to your cell, you're in your boxes.
Yeah.
And, well, they didn't strip my porter out. They just cuffed him in the front and said, bye.
Let's see how long we've been on here. Yeah, it was. Well, I think I'm going to close this.
All right.
It was
Great talking to you. If we can't disguise your voice, then I just won't show it, you know, but we'll try to get your voice disguised.